Hey, Sam here, and I know your day's crazy, but I've got a quick idea to take your stress from overwhelmed to under control. So let's tackle systems from the classroom to your living room, one simple step at a time. This is the Simple Systems with Sam podcast. Welcome back to our Summer of Systems. Today, we're going to be talking about how to know what task is going to be the gateway task, the one that opens up your productivity and makes your schedule just seem to flow. It's not always the task that you want to get done, but it's the task that not only makes the most sense, but is going to let everything else fall into place. And we're going to talk about this now because it's really a skill that you have to practice, and it's easier to practice over the summer when there's a little bit lower stakes going on so that you have it ready to go by the time back to school hits. You're going to be able to pick out that one gateway task that really starts the domino effect and pushes everything else right into place. So let's go ahead and talk about it. And to start off, I'm going to tell you a little story from last week. I actually jumped onto Instagram stories and was telling it there, and that's where this podcast episode idea came from. I had been working from home. I created my block schedule for the day, and I had a nice easy morning breakfast for my first block. I then got into my main work block. I'm the most productive between like 9 and 1 o'clock. And so I had my priorities listed out with my grad school being priority number 1 because that is my first priority this summer to try to make a little bit more money come fall. And then I went into a self-care lunch where I was going to do a workout, have a nice calm lunch, listen to a podcast, maybe read a little bit of a book. It's going to be great. Then my work 2 block, I was going to get some podcast recording done, then go pick up my kids, and then go ahead and have family time, bedtime, evening time, all the times. Well, when I really looked at it, I wrote down my top 3 priorities for the day. I already knew roughly what my priorities were going to be because in each block, I put a number 1 priority in all of them. So my first one was obviously getting grad school stuff. Then my next priority in my list was getting the podcast episode recorded because it came out the next day. Number 3, mowing. Mowing was technically nowhere on my list to begin with, but I knew that I needed to mow. And mowing became my gateway task because when my first work block took a little long and I didn't eat lunch until 2, I knew that I was losing out on some things. I wasn't going to have enough time to get everything done in the day, especially before I picked up my kids, but we were also heading out of town the next day so that we could have a nice long weekend out. So why was mowing my gateway task? Here's the deal. The lawn needed to be mowed. And while it was not something that I sat out there and said, this would make me more productive, when I looked at everything that needed to get done and mowing was on the list, I knew that it was going to set everything else in motion for me. By me taking over and getting the mowing done right then and there, then I knew that my husband wasn't going to do it later when I was trying to focus or get some work done, and this nice little fancy microphone was going to pick up all the sounds of him mowing outside. And then when I thought about it even more, I can count mowing as my workout if I don't use the guided assist on the mower and I'm pushing it up and down our little hill in the backyard. So then I could get the workout done out of the way. And after I work out and mow, I am just a gross, disgusting mess. And now that I'm recording video with a podcast to put on YouTube, I need to look presentable when I do it. So when I'm looking at my next priority of my day, being record a podcast episode, either way, a shower and getting like some makeup on was going to be a priority. What better excuse to get that ball in motion than to be a hot, sweaty mess after mowing the lawn? So I was going to get my workout done. I was going to make sure that it wasn't interfering with my work time later on by taking control of it. And I was going to go ahead and propel the fact that I was going to get ready for the next things on my task list by completing the task itself. And then as a nice added bonus, it was doing it so my husband didn't have to do it. And it was getting a task off of my list that was going to probably haunt me. So all of these things lined up the rest of my day to be nice and productive. So then even though I didn't get to recording the podcast until later when my kids were asleep, I had already taken a shower. I had gotten everything else off my to-do list, and I had no weight on my shoulder because of tasks that I didn't get done that day, because I'd gotten it all done thanks to making sure I put things in the right spot. Mowing became my gateway task. It opened up the doors for everything else to fall in place right where it needed to. So here's some tricks and tips for finding and practicing looking for gateway tasks. And then we're going to run through a couple different scenarios. The first thing is, if you look at the things that you want to get done, your top 3 priorities of the day, your one big focus in each of your blocks, what are the threats that threaten your ability to get those done? We talked about SWOT analysis a few different times. And if I'm looking at the threats, in my scenario, threats to recording the podcast are ambient noises outside, not having a shower, not having the time when my kids are home with me. There's so many different little threats that were there just by not mowing, that by getting the mowing out of the way, it was going to clear all of those out for me. The next thing you need to look at is timing. So for me, I knew that the earlier I got the mowing done, the more time I would have to get the shower in and to get other small tasks completed so that I could return to recording the podcast later. But if I waited to mow the lawn until later, I was going to shower, get dressed, record a podcast, hopefully before we had to go get the kids, then go and mow, and then have to shower again because I had just gotten gross and sweaty. And that was not the timing that worked the best for my productivity. 2 showers a day might sound great to some people, but it sounds like a giant waste of time to me. The next one is removing your feelings from the situation and knowing what the right thing to do is. Was the right thing to do mow the lawn so that my husband didn't have to? Yes. Was it the thing I wanted to do? No. And I knew that by doing that one thing, it was going to make everything else feel a lot lighter in my day because it wasn't kind of hanging over our heads that our grass was going to get overgrown while we were out of town. I wasn't going to be sitting there packing up all of my kids' clothes for the weekend and then trying to figure out if I could still fit in a quick mow before we left. I know that feels really dramatic, but when you have neighbors who keep really great care of their yard, we do take it a little seriously. Let's talk through an example when it comes to a school day. We always have a million tasks running through our list, and we have everything feeling pressing. So when we work on our focus blocks for the school day, which we'll talk more about in our Summer of Systems for school, we're going to look at an intense focus period of time on one task. And choosing the right task is super important because you only have so much time during the day. So you want to make sure that you're opening up everything else to fall into place by getting the gateway task done first. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that even if you have grade updates due because eligibility reports are getting run for your athletes, you have slides that you need to get done the next day, and maybe you still have lab supplies that are out that you want to get picked up. Out of these 3 things, what is the gateway task? If we look at it from those 3 steps that we talked about, the first thing is to look at the threats. What is threatening your ability to get those tasks done? Well, if you need your grades updated for eligibility, then the threat is that you still have grading to get done and input. And then you don't have enough time. Maybe you don't have everything ready so that you can have the most efficient grading period. And then if that happens, you don't know what to spiral review in your next day's slides, so you really can't get working on the slides until you know what they do and don't know on the assignment that they just turned in. There's just so much always going on. So I would suggest that if looking at that, one of the biggest threats is that you're going to lose time trying to get grades done so that you can update grades so that you can know what's going to come the next day. And in that case, I would say that your time is best spent creating a rubric and answer key for whatever assignment you currently have that is going to be able to be input for grades and also guide your lesson for the next day. If it's not an assignment that's going to guide your lesson the next day, it might not be as important to grade right then and there. But getting some grade updates in the gradebook before eligibility checks is always a really good thing to do and allow you to prep for your next day's slides. Then you are really accomplishing a ton of tasks by creating a thorough rubric and answer key. That's going to help you grade quicker and get those things opened up so that you have more potential after that. Then if we look at timing, you really can't get grades updated until you actually have an answer key done, right? You can't do it the other way around. So if you can spend 10 minutes in the beginning of a focus block, getting that all ready to go and getting your grading station all set, you're going to be able to fly through the grading and updating of that so that you can have that done by the end of the day when they're going to run those eligibility checks. And then once you have those updated, then you should have time still at the end of the day to start working on your next day's slides. This is going to allow everything to flow a little bit easier, a little bit better, and doing the answer key first is going to mean that everything else starts falling in place. And is it the most fun thing to do? No. Does it open up the world to grading, which is also not our most favorite thing? Yes. But is it the right thing to do? It is. So the threats that were keeping us from accomplishing our big tasks, the timing and importance of how and when things were getting done, and then also if it was the right thing to do, our gateway task in that situation is getting an answer key created. But it can also be something a lot smaller. Let's take a completely different approach and let's look at the priority of creating a summer capsule wardrobe. We're just going to focus on one priority. This is something that, yes, I have thought about doing. And yes, I realize it is almost the end of June, but yes, I am also probably still going to at least try it out until the school year starts. To be determined. I will let you know how it goes. But if I look at that being my priority, what are some threats to me not accomplishing my summer capsule wardrobe? And I can think of quite a few. One of them is, how do I know if everything goes together? How do I know if I can mix and match what I have? How do I know that I feel comfortable and confident in the things that I have? How do I know that I am going to be able to stay on top of laundry enough to stay clothed for all of that time? How do I know that I'm going to have everything? I mean, I can go on and on. The things that are in the back of my mind that are threatening me or keeping me from wanting to do this are very much there. So then I need to start looking at it. Okay, if I had one cohesive thing in all of that, it is just the lack of knowing what I have in my closet. That is it. I don't know if I have this. I don't know if I could do this. I won't know until I have everything in my closet sitting right in front of me. And to do that, I need to have all my laundry done and put away. And that right there is probably going to be the one gateway task that I really am going to struggle with. So let's double check it and make sure that with timing it works out. Do I need to have all of my laundry cleaned and put away before I can create a summer capsule wardrobe? Technically, no. However, do I probably already have clothes in the washer or dryer right now waiting? Yeah, I need to get them out. I need to get them visible so that I can know what I have so that I can create the summer capsule wardrobe. So no, it doesn't all have to be clean, but yes, I have to have it available to me so that I can look at all of it. Now, if I'm going to pack everything else I'm not using for my summer capsule wardrobe, thanks for hanging out today. I do want I hope that this simple step will help build big results in your classroom, home, and life.
So I guess that
Remember
one's a
to
little bit
subscribe,
hairy if I
review,
actually
and
need
tag
to
me on social
do the
media
laundry
at
or if I
Engineer
just
Does
need
Education,
to make
so
all
we
of
can
my
build a
clothes
simple
available
system
and
together.
not in the washer and dryer.
So that covers timing, right? I need to have it all there before I can really start this full process of a capsule wardrobe and then putting things away that I'm choosing not to wear for my summer capsule wardrobe. Then the last thing is it the right thing to do? Yeah, it's probably the right thing to do to go ahead and get all of my laundry done all at once so that I can look at everything. I can choose and select outfits. I can mix and match and make sure I know that I'm choosing clothes that fit me and make me feel confident, and then package everything else up. Overall, you're going to keep asking yourself, what is threatening my ability to get my priorities accomplished? What are the things that could keep me from getting all of it done in the timeline that I have allotted? And look at any cohesion there and see if you can knock a bunch of those what ifs out with a single task. Then look at the task that you decided on and see, does this need to work within my timing? There are some chances that you don't actually have to have something done beforehand. So it might not be the gateway task that you're looking for. Not the droids you're looking for reference right there. But instead, you need to go back and relook at what is going to make the biggest impact and the right timing for you. And then once you're there, you're probably questioning yourself like, oh my gosh, do I have to do this? Because it's not always going to be something that you really want to get done. Otherwise, it would have already been done in the first place. And when you ask yourself, is it the right thing to do? You'll know if it is the right thing to help make you more productive. And by practicing this, even with the smallest of things like a summer capsule wardrobe, you are going to be able to be an expert in picking out the next best thing to start that domino effect going. This gateway task, like I said, is going to open all of the doors and make sure that your productivity is off the charts. So get practicing. Let me know if you have any questions. Send me a message over on Engineer Does Education or Simple Systems with Sam podcast on Instagram. Leave a review so that I know that you are enjoying what you're listening to. Or send me an email if you have suggestions at hello@engineerdoeseducation.com. Any way you talk to me, I'd love to hear from you. Until next time. Thanks for hanging out today. I hope that this simple step will help build big results in your classroom, home, and life. Remember to subscribe, review, and tag me on social media at Engineer Does Education so we can build a simple system together.